Is this the best luxury off-roading SUV money can buy? Hi, I'm Motor City Maggie, and I'm with the Lexus GX 550 Overtrail Plus, and I'm coming to you from Los Angeles, California. Now, before we get into this walk-around tour, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to Motor City Maggie, and now let's take a tour of the Lexus GX 550 Overtrail Plus. Now, there is a lot to share about the Lexus GX 550, starting with the price point. Now, the Lexus GX 550 starts at about $66,000, and this one right here is the fully loaded Overtrail Plus, sitting at $85,000. Ooh, baby, that's expensive, but you know what? It is so nice inside. I can't wait to show you. Now, this is a full-time four-wheel drive, fully boxed body on frame SUV. So it is not only ready for all of your adventures, it is extremely off-road capable, and it is packed with luxury and comfort. So there are three different trim levels on the Lexus GX: the Premium, the Luxury, and the Overtrail. But each one of those three have a Plus option, which add even more features. Let's take a look at what is powering this Lexus beast. Underneath the hood, we have a 3.4-liter twin-turbo V6 engine. You can see 6 notches on that engine cover there. We have 349 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque. This will allow you to go 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. And this is paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. And again, full-time four-wheel drive, baby. All right, in terms of gas mileage, we are getting 15 miles per gallon in the city, 21 miles per gallon on the highway, with 17 miles per gallon combined. Oh, it's not very good. And this one takes premium gas, so just be prepared to spend a lot of money on gas. Let's take a closer look at the exterior design of the Lexus GX 550 Overtrail Plus, starting with the big, gorgeous Lexus spindle grille. This one here is very tough. It is very powerful. It's giving it kind of a little mean, aggressive look that I like. And underneath our Lexus badge, we do have a front-facing camera. We've got that big black grille, and then we've got the color-keyed part of the grille underneath that, a little bit of silver here. And then underneath here, we are gonna have a skid plate, which is really great for when you are off-roading. Now move along to the lights. We have the triple beam LED headlights that look so good. We've got the really nice sharp daytime running lights that look fantastic as well, and some casing here. We've got fog lamps, and we have these turning indicator lights, which are so cool. So when you turn the wheels, these lights will turn on to illuminate the path that you are going to go in. So I love that feature, especially when you're off-road and it's dark outside. We also have a lot of shiny piano black casing here, and take a look at the hood line. There are two kind of large humps that are over the alignments of where the front wheels are. So it's really easy when you're driving because you're so high up and you can see where the wheels are, so you can kind of more easily align your vehicle with the lane markers. I like that. This Overtrail Plus is sitting on 18-inch alloy wheels. They are so cool, all blacked out, and they are wrapped in the 33-inch open country all-terrain Toyo tires. Also, take a look at the fender flares. This is really cool how the fenders do come out quite a bit. And then you can also take a peek at that frame and the suspension behind the wheel. You're getting that fully boxed frame. This is on the TNGA F platform. That is the same platform that Toyota uses for the Tundra, the Sequoia, the Land Cruiser, and the 4Runner. So this is a tried and true solid frame. This exterior color is called Earth. I think it looks so good, especially on the GX. And take a look, we've got the black roof, which looks great, and we've got the roof rails and this roof rack accessory. Now this roof rack is an extra $1,600. Ooh, baby, but that's gonna be so useful for all of the goodies that you wanna take with you camping and off-roading. Now there are these blacked out piano black door handles that look really good. They match the side mirrors here. We've got more of that shiny black here on the back of the side mirror. We've got the vertical light indicator, and we also have the blind spot monitor indicator in the side mirror here. All right, take a look. We've got the rock rails down below. That is to help you launch yourself into the vehicle. And the GX also has the option of getting the running boards. And for me, as a lady who often wears dresses and skirts, I am more comfortable getting into the vehicle with a running board versus the rock rails. The rock rails are a little slippery. There's not a lot of space for your foot, for the ball of your foot. So you have to grab onto the handle. Thank goodness there is a handle. And then launch yourself into the vehicle. But yeah, this isn't really a big space for your foot. So I would recommend getting the running boards. Now the Overtrail Plus has a ground clearance of 9.84 inches, and this is a higher ground clearance than the other trim levels of the GX. Let's take a look at the back end design of the Lexus GX. I think that Lexus did such a great job with this super boxy back end. I think it looks so good. And we've got a nice overhang here. I would like to see the windshield wiper tucked underneath the overhang. I always, would like to see that. And we've got the Lexus badge spelled out so nicely. It looks modern, it looks cool. It adds a little touch of luxury to the back end design. I always am happy that they have decided to go with this on the back end of their vehicles versus their L badge. I like the look of that. Below here, we have the GX 550 badge. It's interesting because it doesn't say Overtrail anywhere on the vehicle, so I guess you just have to know that it's an Overtrail. I'm fine with that though. I don't think we need excessive badging. Lexus typically doesn't excessively badge their vehicles, which I think is really nice. I think it looks really clean, really good. We are covering up our tow hitch receiver right here, and the vehicle does tow 9,096 pounds, which I believe is best in class. There are two different ways to open up your hatch or access your cargo area. Starting with the same way as the Toyota Land Cruiser, you've got a little button in the corner of the glass here. You press that and you hold on to this hook, pop it open, and then this way you can easily drop in your beach bag, drop in, I don't know, your case of beer, whatever it is, and then shut this. It would be really fun if this, like the Toyota 4Runner, was a sliding rear glass window. I would like to see that, but I think because of the shape of the back end, they weren't able to do that for some reason. But anyway, at least you are able to open up that glass. Otherwise, you can open up the hatch like this, or you can use your key fob, the button inside the vehicle, or you can kick open the rear cargo gate. And look at how big it is. Wow. And you can also adjust the height of this. You also have the lock and walk button, which I really enjoy. You press that and shut the hatch, and then your vehicle will be locked up. Take a look at the cargo capacity. You'll notice that there are cup holders. There's some amenities back here that would work for a third row. Well, you can get a third row on the Lexus GX, but only on the premium or luxury models, not on the Overtrail. So that's pretty nice if you are looking for a 7-passenger vehicle or want to have the option of those 2 extra seats. Make sure you keep that in mind. But on the Overtrail model, no go with the third row. Oh, that rhymes. Anyway, take a look. Come on in. We've got 3 top tethers for car seats in that second row. We've got little containers here. We've got cup holders. We've got handles. We've got lights. And over here, we have a 120 volt plug. Check that out. Also, we've got a nice floor mat, and underneath here, you've got a little bit of storage. It looks like they gave us a Lexus first aid kit, which is great. And if you're wondering about the spare tire, it is way under here. Can you see it? There's your full-size spare tire. And this is what it looks like when you tumble your second row forward. The second row seats are not on rails, and this is the only way that you can kind of move the seats out of the way. So you can tumble them forward, or you can set them down flat. And let me show you what that looks like. And this is what it looks like when they are folded down flat, but keep in mind you do not have a fully flat floor, so it would be difficult to put a mattress in here, so to speak, unless you kind of had your second level covered up with some other belongings, and then you kind of leveled it out yourself. All right, I am excited to show you the inside of the Lexus GX 550 Overtrail. Oh my goodness, look at this. But first of all, I will show you the door panel. So we have the Mark Levinson sound system on this model, and there are 21 Mark Levinson speakers. So the sound system is so good. We do have some plastic materials here, but more soft touch materials here on the door and more plastic down below. with some storage. I do really like this reflector right here that adds some pizzazz. And there is a very cool honeycomb style design right there in the side with a little bit of green accents and some brushed metal door handles. We've got the Lexus door frame here and Lexus GX floor mats. You also can get the all-weather floor mats, which I think would be better for the Overtrail Plus model. There's also some black wood grain right there in the door, which adds a little extra oomph. There are a lot of different seat controls, lumbar support, and a thigh extender. And there are 3 memory seat options. Look at this cool Hope quarter that I found in the Lexus. Wow. Okay, take a look at these seats. These are called Chateau New Luxe, and they are heated, ventilated, and massaging. Like, can you imagine getting a massage while you're going off-road? It's so awesome. And they have a little bit of this olive ultra suede accent right here, which is so nice, but these two-tone seats are really, really elevated, and I feel like this Chateau color especially looks good with the exterior earth color. Let's take a look at the interior of the Lexus GX 550 Overtrail Plus. Now we're sitting inside of the Lexus GX 550 Overtrail Plus, and let me take you through the interior. Starting with the beautiful leather heated wrap steering wheel. It is big, it is off-road ready, and it has paddle shifters. Very cool. And behind that, it has the 12.3-inch digital display cluster. And our center touchscreen display is amazing. It is a 14-inch touchscreen display. Lexus does this so well. I think their touchscreens are great. I think that they move quickly. I think they're well organized. They're clear, daytime, nighttime, in bright sun. It looks great. So 14 inches, we've got wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, Sirius XM, Wi-Fi, a lot of really great features, and built-in navigation. Check out this off-road information. Look at this. You can see everything you need to see about your vehicle off-roading. You can see your angle of approach, how you're rolling and dipping, and you can see the braking and accelerating and all of the cool off-road information that you want to check out. You can take a look at your tire pressure. Looks like I'm doing pretty good back here. And of course, I got to show you where the massage seats are. Oh yeah, so Lexus does a really great job with the massaging. I personally like the upper body, and you can see I cranked up the intensity all the way. The lumbar feels really good. If you want more of like the full body, you've got that option too. Ooh, I love a massaging seat. And down here we have cooled seats. You can see I've got mine all the way up because it is hot out here in Southern California, and we are in this parking lot and I am roasting right now. So I've got my cooled seat on, and it's got that cool air coming up through the bottom of the seat. Oh, it feels so good. But check it out. All of the HVAC buttons are on this touchscreen, so there's no physical buttons, and you just kind of like slide your finger around, and that is how you can adjust your temperature. And you've got 2 little dials for your dual temperature control, so you and your passenger can have different temperatures, which is nice. And we do have a physical button for your volume. Below that, we have 2 USB-C ports right there. And then look at this, guys. There's a 12 volt. Okay, I really don't know what you use a 12 volt for. Can somebody let me know in the comments, because I feel like this is kind of outdated. Also, when I first sat in this vehicle, I was trying to kind of open up these side panels. These do not open. It is this really beautiful wood though. I would like to see a little more storage right here. Maybe have this whole thing pop open and have it be a little storage area, because I actually don't really have anywhere to put my garage door opener. I guess I could put it up here, huh? That'll work, but then it's kind of blocking my mirror. I don't know. I'm still trying to work it out. But down below here, we have 2 big cup holders. But another thing that's kind of strange to me is there's a cover. I don't know about you guys, but literally everywhere I go, I bring a water bottle or I have a beverage with me, a coffee. So I don't know when I would ever cover up my cup holders, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, take a look at the center here. We've got a nice shift knob. It would actually be kind of cool to see even a bigger shift knob, like one that we see on the Toyota Tundra or the Toyota Sequoia, kind of like a big, meaty shift knob. Not really necessary, but I would like to see that. We've got a lot of different drive modes here. I'll show you those in a minute. And then we have multi-terrain select, crawl control, downhill assist control, we've got a tow haul mode button, and then we've got our electronic parking brake hold button, and here we've got our full-time four-wheel drive buttons, and check this out, we've got 2 lockers. We've got a locking rear differential and a locking center differential. So nice. You have so much off-road control here. And right here, we've got our wireless charging pad, nice and big. And here is your center armrest. And check this out, underneath the center armrest, it's not a center console, that is just a bin, it is a cool box. That is right, it is actually cooling all of your beverages. I've got my favorite sparkling water here, the grapefruit Spindrift. Oh, it's gonna taste so good. I'm gonna just crack it open right now. I just sprayed my husband, my cameraman, sorry. So nice. So if it's a hot day, if you're off-roading, if you're camping, if you have kids, I mean, you definitely want to have those string cheeses, those yogurts, those juice boxes, nice and cool and ready to go. So this is a huge advantage. However, if you were using this as a cool box, you can't really use it as like your junk drawer, because that's what I use my center console as. So, I mean, yeah, where are you going to put your garage clicker? Where are you going to put your pens and paper and your spare Starbucks napkins? I mean, I guess that's not important. You can throw it in the glove box, but just keep that in mind, because there's not a whole lot of storage up here that I can see, because you're going to want to use this for your cool beverages and food. On this side of the screen here, we do have a little bit of a bin. Check this out. We've got some eyeglasses that can be tucked away in there, so it gives you an idea of how deep it is. It's, I don't know, kind of narrow, but you can still fit your phones and your other devices in there. And we've got this really nice shiny metal bar that goes across the top of the glove box that looks really good. And then look up here, we do have a handle for your passengers. So when you're going over those bumps, they can either grab that and they can launch themselves into the vehicle there. And then there's also a handle up here that you can use when you're off-roading as well. So 2 options there. And then up here we have our typical buttons, our SOS button, and our light controls. And then you can open and close your moonroof. And the moonroof is small. Check it out. It's just a small little sunroof. I do wish you could get a panoramic moonroof on this vehicle. Here is your driver POV, and I'm going to take you through a little more controls. So on our steering wheel, we do have a nice little brushed silver design on the sides. I like that. Our big Lexus badge in the center. We have got our media controls on the left, and then on the right, we have our advanced driver assistance buttons. These are part of your Lexus Safety Sense 3.0 system that has your dynamic radar cruise control, your lane keep assist, road sign assist, automatic high beams, proactive driving assist, road sign assist, and more. That is all complimentary at no extra cost to you. And right here behind the steering wheel is this little monitor. So this model is equipped with traffic jam assist, which is hands-free driving at very low speeds in certain conditions. So for example, I did use this feature the other day. I was driving on the 10 in Los Angeles, and I was sitting in traffic going probably about 7 to 12 miles per hour, and I was driving hands-free. So it was really great, really handy. It was nice to just kind of relax a little bit more and reduce my driver fatigue in that way. And again, here is that nice 12.3-inch display. Let me take you through the drive modes. That's Eco, Comfort, Normal, Sport S, Sport S Plus, ooh, and Custom. Very cool. And look at this. I do love the compass that is on here. I think that's a nice touch. And above the steering wheel, we have the head-up display, which is your projection. It's going to come out of this and go onto the windshield, so you can see your turn-by-turn directions, your speed, the speed limit, and a lot of other really cool info. Let me see if I can show it to you. There it is. Now you can see a little bit of what you would see on the head-up display while you're driving. It's a great feature. I love it. I also have to show you the cameras. So here is the little coffee cup button that you press to turn on your cameras, and you do have 360-degree cameras, and you also have a multi-terrain monitor, so you can see what is going on underneath the vehicle as you're driving. 360 degrees, we've got an aerial view, and we have a rotating perimeter view. And the cameras are so good. They are so clear. Check this out. When you go into reverse, look at how clear that is. The cameras are so elevated in this Lexus GX. I'm really impressed. It really makes it So much easier to park when you can see so clearly what's around you. And here is your view of the second row from the first row. And here's your view of the front of the vehicle from the second row. All right, let's take a look at the second row of the Lexus GX. All right, I am 5'7". I have a little bit of leg room, not tons, but I have enough. I have several inches of headroom. And back here, I have seat back pockets. I have 2 USB ports, 2 outboard heated seats, air vents, but you don't have your own climate control back here, so keep that in mind. We do have lights up top, handles, and sunshades. I want to talk a little bit more about the Lexus GX versus the Toyota Land Cruiser. Now, if you just look at price point, the Toyota Land Cruiser starts at about $57,000, whereas the Lexus GX again starts at about $67,000. If you are looking for a V6 engine, you're going to go with the Lexus GX. If you are looking for a turbo hybrid, you're going to go with the Land Cruiser. The Land Cruiser is going to take regular gas and get an average of 23 miles per gallon combined because of that hybrid powertrain, whereas the GX, as we discussed, gets about an average of 17 miles per gallon, and it takes premium fuel. So if that's important to you, if cost saving on fuel is important to you and your overall cost of ownership, I would suggest going for the Land Cruiser. But if you're looking for more luxury and a more elevated off-road experience, GX is your girl. Also, if you're looking for a 3-row option, the GX is your only option there because the Land Cruiser only comes as a 2-row vehicle. Also keep in mind that the Land Cruiser has a towing capacity of 6,000 pounds, whereas the GX has up to 9,000 pounds of towing capacity. Well, what did you think of the Lexus GX 550 Overtrail Plus? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. And thank you so much to Lexus for lending me this incredible vehicle for the past week. I have loved it. And thank you to you for watching this video. Make sure you give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe to Motor City Maggie so you don't miss any of my upcoming automotive content. Until next time, motor on. Bye.